kind of topic actually. So this not only helps them giving a holistic experience, as well as it can inculcate them by improving a better skills or thinking perspective, or having a better collaboration. Maybe they can actually interact with their peers, and making learning more interesting and engaging actually in the current day scenario. Because today the learning became boring, because most of the parents are behind marks, most of the schools are behind marks. They want to showcase, ma'am, I don't want to offend anybody, but I just want to say from a higher education perspective, because I observe how schools promote, they all want to showcase how many people are above 95 or above 98. That's the agenda, and they strive to showcase that to the parents. And also in terms of showcasing that, there is somewhere a gap is happening to actual learning process. That's what I think. Because maybe so some schools won't do this. I'm not saying every school, but today the current scenario is like that, where this thing actually helps students to learn different academic subjects or different careers, about different careers, and motivate them, and engage, encourage them to be better prepared for colleges or career paths. So that's what I can say. So that's why career and technical education with academic subjects is a very crucial thing, and it's not a small thing to do it in a simple way, but it's a good way to start now and start doing this and integrating this through this discussion. Yeah.
I think you're right on that, but somewhere I'd also like to bring your, attention to the fact that uh, you're right. Everyone was only after marks because parents, student, and that was the parent dilemma, the student dilemma, the teacher dilemma, that everyone was after marks because marks was the indicator of your performance. Marks was the indicator of how your future path is going to be. I think a lot has changed after the national education policy. That is why they say that it's a very, very futuristic document. It is reimagining India's education system. And I think for the first time, they are also educating the parents, which was so important that, this is how the world is going to function. Rote learning will not be the order of the day, and competencies will take precedence over rote learning. And so the skill sets become important. So I think a lot of role has to play, has the education system. And so we can see the change. But yes, you're right. Till today, when the principals at time they read their annual reports, that is one of their high points. And but the world is changing, and we shall hear you out more on this. Thank you so much, dear principals, and Mr. Sudhir, for initiating this discussion, ice-breaking question. Now, my question to Jyoti ma'am is like, how can, because you all agree, both you and Nishu ma'am have agreed that yes, we need to go beyond the textbooks, provide students should work towards their skill set. But how can schools better prepare students for both college and technical careers? Because, that has become the ask in today's world. So what is school क्या कर सकता है इस सब में कि अपने बच्चों को इस तरह का एक्सपोजर दे पाए? ज्योति मैम, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Is Jyoti ma'am there? Jyoti ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, she is there.
Acha, acha. We'll just wait. I hope there is no technical. Jyoti ma'am, what can the schools do? As schools, as a school principal, what can you do to provide this kind of an exposure to your students?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, the host has muted me, and host has
Oh,
is not allowing me to turn my
oh,
audio and video on. So that's why I was able to listen to you.
Team
Sorry for
Edudevs,
the.
yes, please take care. Yes, Jyotima.
Yeah. So, see, the schools, the most important thing that a school can do is the curriculum can be made in such an integrated manner that, the whole system will obviously evolve and transform if the curriculum can be modified and integrated. This is the topmost and the foremost important thing. Next would be, I mentioned that there are certain colleges, even in India and abroad, who look for those credit points. So I think if we are able to incorporate some courses at the higher level, with which the students can be benefited with those credit points. So that would obviously help them. The schools can obviously, like you offered and you gave us the wonderful opportunity for the internships with Edudevs. I think schools can do wonders if they allow their students to go for different kinds of internships and apprenticeships. So that can
Apprenticeship.
also be beneficial. The
So,
schools can also look, the schools can also provide some industry training, The
yes.
teachers and the staff also can be provided with that industry training so that when they, after the schooling, they should not feel that they're not able to compete with the other students. I would like to mention an example here. I recently met a child who took admission in a university in Chandigarh. Now, the child is from a very good school, and the child is among the toppers of that school. So, academically, no doubt the child is doing wonders, and he has been doing it for years. But in the college, he was feeling as if he's the cornered child, and nobody is, giving him any opportunity. And even if he wants to avail them, he's not able to get that chance. So this is what the moral responsibility of the school is, that we should provide the students maximum number of opportunities. At least we should be concerned for them. The child should not feel that cornered child after the schooling. Then we should always integrate technology. So technology integration is also one of the very important core skills which needs to be done. And obviously, I would want to mention again a very, very important point in my school also I keep doing, that the role of parents is also very, very important in this, because when we try to include parents and the community, that involvement is necessary for the child's upgradation. And obviously, rest all is the motivation that we can give to the child, with which he would be able to, learn and learn in a better way, and he should be able to compete with the other competitors.
What very right that as school, what we can do is can create those meters, and I think that example that you gave is very important. That it has to be a holistic and overall development, and that development can only happen when you have the required skill set, whether they are industry specific or general. Nishu ma'am,
And
what
not
do
just
you
the
have to
students,
say? Yeah.
anyone, I'm sorry, but not
Yeah.
just the students. Even the teachers should be trained in such a manner that they are able to give that teaching and learning to the students.
Yes, that is also important, that capacity building, empowering the educators so that,
Yes.
especially for the educators, I feel that it's their mindset that has to be opened. That, again, as
That is
Sudhir
very
said,
right.
that going beyond the text. Nishu ma'am, what do you have to say on that?
Ma'am, first of all, I was want to wish again everyone. It's like namaskar everyone. Actually, I did it initially. Anybody maybe noticed that when I did this namaskar, not only I did my mouth say it, but my hands also folded in the gesture of the same. Similarly, a combination of theory and hands-on learning is required in today's environment.
Yeah.
Actually, and what we at the school, what we are doing, we are only going with the textbooks, each and everything. For my opinion, the schools should have go for the best option is hands-on learning for the skills integration part. And if they want to go, I want to make the children, it's a futuristic child, what we are going focusing on that. Schools at different levels as elementary, primary, middle, secondary should also start hands-on learning. Different activities like role plays, theater, group activities, especially the situation-based aptitude test, projects, clubs. These are the very small activities, but really it enhances their skills a lot. Clubs and the sales counter. I had seen a very good response of the students when they are earning profit after the scale sales counter in the school melas. Their level of confidence boost a lot. So that is actually the practical knowledge school should impart to the kids, not only the base as Sudhir sir discussed regarding his experience regarding the algebra and the all that of things. I also say that has gone with me, but I am as a reasoning teacher actually and happy to teach students maths. So Sudhir sir, I just want to let you know that when our class is going on, specifically I tell the student, please measure your area of the floor first. Then you should do the sums. Actually, it is the practical learning, windows, door areas, teachers, students and school, each and everything depends on the teachers and schools, ma'am. It's not difficult to enhance students' skills. A school impart education with the help of the Edudevs and Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, these types of episodes definitely will do best in our fields.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Nisha ma'am. Very well said. And again, moving on to Sudhir. Sudhir, what skills do you think are most important for the success in both traditional settings and in hands-on technical careers? Because at the end of the day, we cannot do without the basic theoretical part. So how will you weigh them, and what do you think is more important for the success of a student?
Firstly, I think, Nishu ma'am, I didn't know that you can explain hands-on learning in Indian traditional way. That's very well said.
Thank you,
But
sir. Thank you very much.
because I am from a technical background, you explain how hands-on learning from doing a simple namaskar. Yeah, that as ma'am rightly said that a hands-on learning today plays a vital role in students' education system, because most of the classes usually focuses on theoretical knowledge, and how those practical sessions helps and what is the importance of this is, as a higher academic institution, we often found there is a gap or skill gap of students who are actually jumping from higher education to, school, secondary education to higher education, as well as from higher education to the industry. So we saw there are some gaps that are forming. It's not just based on their capabilities, these gaps are happening. They are unable to exactly understand or grasp the expectations through the academics. So what this setting can actually do is, for example, how higher education systems thrive better, actually a premier institutes thrive is, for example, in a higher education institutions like IITs or premier institutes, they will give a proper setting of lab setting to understand that concept. So for example, I'm talking about an IC engine. I will take them to an IC engine, show them how it works by starting it or by actually dismantling it. So I can understand that it in a very easy way actually. And as far as even if in medical system also, if I'm taking a student to a hospital, showcasing them how a surgery is happening or how a treatment is happening, that can imprint or that can have a more impact on students in terms of learning, because they are getting a hands-on experience of how these things happen. Because today, whenever a student is choosing a career, they exactly don't know what happens in a day-to-day life of the career. So for example, lot of people say they will watch this Suryavamshi movie or Singham movie, they will say I want to become a police. But if really becoming a police is a hectic job, it's a risky job, no public holidays, you need to work day and night. So do you really want to have that lifestyle? Have you ever talked with a police guy and understood what his lifestyle is? What are the difficulties he faces? Or have you ever sat in a police station and understood and observed them? What happens exactly in a police station? How the people superior to you behave? So these kind of things, once you understood, then only it will be helpful for them to learn more about these things, or to actually engage more about learning those skills. So that's what I will be saying, because today hands-on learning plays a huge and vital role in terms of students' futures. Why? Because it can give confidence to them. As ma'am said, it can help them develop their abilities, develop their skills. So this is a very huge step for students to understand. All the people who are successful in their workforce or companies or industries, they are successful because they adapted to the requirements. They
Yes.
already understood. Because I will give you one example. Because a engineering graduate once came to me. He completed his fourth year. He came to me. I didn't get a job. What I need to do? He was very much worried. I should go for a job. I mean, in a job search out of the college, or I should go and do a higher education. I only told him once. See, if you really want to go for higher education, first understand, do you have the required subject knowledge? Then it's fine. Don't just do higher education just because you didn't get the job. And second thing, if you didn't get a job, don't worry. There are plenty of internships that companies offer on minimal pay. Okay, this advice that works for people who are with less marks also. Why? Because a student who got a CGPA of 6, companies will come and say 6 or 7, but companies will come and say I only want above 8 people. So this actually happens. Once the students will be demotivated, nobody is selecting me, nobody is actually hiring me. I completed my graduation. This kind of dilemmas people face. The one advice I used to give them is work on an internship. Even if it's paid or not paid, take 6 months. 6 months, work on an internship, work on a project, even if it's for free. I mean, do it, spend it from your pocket, learn that. Now, once you apply for a job after that internship, they will ask more questions about your internship, not about your CGPA.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is what we should be encouraging them to do, and this is what they should understand. What exactly the industries corporates are required today is what kind of hands-on experience you have, either in your secondary education or either in your higher education. Marks are just a entry point for you. Just they will open the interview doors. How you perform there is entirely based on these skill sets. Yes.
I think very rightly said, because Sudhir, because practical work experience, gained through methods like job on-job trainings, internships, that leads to acquiring, that industry-specific skill sets. And more than that, you also learn that what are the pressures. I have some interns coming into me every time. We have a lot of interns working in our office. And when they're going back, I ask them, what is your takeaway? And they say that, ma'am, we used to get up early, had to run. And then at night, we had to, complete the deadlines. And that pressure was immense. So they said that it's not that we were not able to do, but understanding the work culture, that is so important. As Sudhir rightly said, that the top managements and the top leaders, employees in the company, are those who understand the work ethics, who understand the work culture. These days, what happens is, uh, uh, either you need to understand, your growth graph will only happen if you have the required skill set and hands-on learning experience. So even if you need to pay from your pocket, leave aside the company paying to you, because don't ask, what will I get? Will I get a certificate? Will I get a stipend? At this moment, what that 5,000, 10,000, 2,000 rupees stipend will help you? And the certificate with the paper, it's okay, it will be added in your CVs and all, but at the end of the day, your survival in your job completely depends upon how much you learned, how much you adapted, how much you were resilient to the pressures, how well you became a team player, how well you could adapt to the changing scenarios. And since today, the days of like there is so much talk about courses are coming of entrepreneurs. So the world is looking up at entrepreneurship, world is looking at up at startups. These are small areas. Small, tomorrow you will also become an entrepreneur. You might either have to be in a company or run the company. So for both the things, your internships, achieving technical skills or industry specific skills are very, very important. And I think, I'm sure Pranav and Raghav would not be liking me for taking so much of spotlight, because at the end of the day, they are my co-moderators and co-hosts, and I should not take away their time. With this, thank you everyone for being here. Truly humbled and honored that you gave this time. Over to you, Pranav and Raghav. Nail it. Yes, Pranav.
Now I would like to address my question to Mr. Sudhir. How does CTE provide real-world experience and skills that traditional class might not?
Yeah, see, today actually, if we can say, as I told, uh, this this can provide a lot more actual theoretical knowledge, more than theoretical knowledge. It can provide hands-on experience. But one thing you should be understanding if you are getting into this uh, career and technical education is there are a lot of skills you can develop, but how you can actually learn these things is there are collaborations that happen which with local businessmen, local industries, or local companies that are there, where that can be aligned with your skills which you want to learn to aspiring industry also. For example, I'll give you a small example in this. You want to work in a business setup. So business means it might be a technical business, it might be a fruit business, it might be a textile business, whatever it is. There are basics you need to understand how a business is set up, how a business is run. So these skills, these relevant skills can only happen through a guided mentorship, a person who is already doing it, or maybe your school who invites them to deliver a lecture like this. Actually you are actually having, or your school who's already encouraging you to do some internship, maybe as you are already a part of an intern. So these kind of things can happen, and these kind of things can make you learn these kind of skills. So one thing you need to understand, as I already told you, this career and technical education, you should be actually grabbing the opportunity, not ignoring the opportunity, because there are a lot of opportunities that will be coming to you when you are a school student, and you should gain insights from the program content that you are learning and understand the opportunities that are coming to you. Because I'll tell you one example. When you are in school, there are competitions that will be coming, either a project competition or a presentation or a debate. These kind of opportunities usually come, but a lot of students usually ignore these opportunities as these are for only people who are academically good, people who can get good marks. What is it marks doing with a project? Because if you see a working model, I'll give a small example. A student can build a small irrigation kind of a working model with thermocols. That doesn't require any marks. You just need to be good, having good creative skills. So, and as far as that is one more thing. I mean, doing a debate, you just need to have good communication skills, not good marks. So these are the opportunities actually that can give you more confidence to get into certain industries. I will tell you how the skills map with certain industries. If you want to become a police, more risk-taking skills are involved. How much risk you are taking in school activities, I mean, participating, or I mean, how much courageous you are. And again, if you want to get into hotel management, more communication skills are required. So how many debates you are participating, how well your communication skills are you concentrating on those things? Likewise, if you want to get into business, how much good analytical skills you have. Analytical skills in the sense, maybe you should be good at maths, solving good puzzles. So there are skills that can be mapped with certain careers, which can be learned only through these opportunities, which a lot of students tend to ignore or use them as a platform to learn these skills, which can help them in the long run. Yeah, I hope I have answered your question.
Thank you for the answer, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I would like to ask another question from you. How
Okay.
can CTE programs help students who are unsure about their future career paths?
Yeah, see, one thing students should understand, whenever we are trying to make a career decision, it's not a random decision. I'll tell you the sad part of an Indian student, after maybe all of your 10th or 11th or 12th, which class you are in?
I'm in 12th class, sir.
You're in 12th class. So if you're after you have completed, you got your marks, the straight away one thing will happen. Okay, you got some 90 plus above, maybe or 95 above you got, and suddenly your neighbor auntie will be suggesting a course. Your father's colleague will be suggesting you a course, and even your community security guard also will be suggesting you a course. Everybody keep throwing course advice at you, and you don't. They will feel like they will advise you in a way like that you don't know anything. Actually, you don't know what to do in your life. So I'll tell you, even if you already decided, even if you haven't decided, whatever career you are choosing, there is a process to it. I keep advising to giving advice to students. Career decision is not a random decision like you go to a shop, just purchase a dress of your life. Maybe you have 2000 rupees and wear it for 1 or 2 years. Career is for life. So whenever you're doing, maybe if you're purchasing a dress, at least you'll wear it for 1 or 2 years. So career is for life, where you are investing lakhs of money. So you should do it very carefully and precisely. There are 4 simple steps which you need to follow. One is understand yourself. What are your likes, dislikes? For example, if your parents ask you to play PUBG or play cricket whole day, you will be doing it, right? Why are you smiling? Are you playing PUBG? No?
No, sir,
Okay, fine.
I don't play PUBG, but I understand the sentiment.
You understand the sentiment, right? Maybe your friends are playing. Okay. So the thing is, if you're liking it, no matter what difficulty you face, you like doing it. So similar way, if you like a subject, your teacher gave you some work in that subject, you won't feel the burden. You feel enjoying doing it. You will give extra hours. Similar way, you should choose that subject for higher education. It will be helping you. So that is the first part. Understand what you like, what you don't like, what you value in life. Do you value money? Do you value helping people? Do you value having a work home life balance? All these things matters. Based on that, you should choose a career and explore different options. If you want to purchase a mobile, you will be exploring various platforms, researching about mobile brands, features, all these things. Why not careers? Okay, you should explore what is available for me as a 12th kid. You should do that thing. And third thing is make a plan, have backup plan also. If not this, if you're preparing for engineering, write multiple entrance exams. Or if you're preparing for any other courses, maybe law, there for law also there are multiple entrance exams. Have backup plans so that you can depend on them if one thing backfired. So all this, fourth one is whatever you have planned in these 3 steps, make sure it happens. Okay, so these 4 steps are key for you to make a career decision. And when you are doing this, the whole process will help you identify what skills you require to excel. Okay, for example, lot of students plan their career actually what course they need to take after 12th, but not what job they want to do, what is their destination. First you decide on your destination, then plan it backwards. I want to become an engineer. Okay, I want to become the best engineer. That means at least I should work in Google. Okay, I need to work in Google means at least I should get a seat in good premier institutes like IIT or the premier institutes. Then if I need to get in IIT, then I need to at least get a professional guidance in after 12th or during 12th, or write some entrance exams. So have a 7-year plan, or a 5-year plan from 10th onwards or 12th onwards, what you want to become, then it will be easy. Okay. That will be my suggestion to have a proper career decision. Yeah.
A really insightful answer, sir. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to ask you another question, sir. What advice would you give to the students who are considering enrolling in a CTE program?
Whenever you want to enroll in these kind of programs, as I told you, there is a process for this also. Because first thing you need to do is, because the proper guide you have today in school is your teacher, your principal, your counselors in your school. First, speak with them, and seek suggestions or guidance from them. What exactly they feel you should learn, or what kind of opportunities there are. You take advice from them, because you need to first understand from their guidance what is good for you also. Because you should, sometimes as a 10th kid or 12th kid, you can't current exactly align yourself with your interest and career goals. As I told you, this process, you can't do it alone, so take help. So use some of your school mentors or guides, whoever you are aspiring, or whoever you are inspiring from. Take their guidance, and first attend some courses, workshop, and explore the opportunities online, or ask lot of online tools that are there. So where you can get certification, so, or where you can get the internship, online virtual internships. Even today, I don't know how many of you know about this and all. Every technical university today offers summer internships in their campuses, where students actually go there and stay there for 1 week and learn a lot more thing about technical advancements and technical education. Okay. One suggestion I'll be giving you is, be proactive. Don't wait for somebody to come and help you, because in school everything will be coming on your plate, and somebody will try to push you, or somebody will try to help you. Okay. Why I'll tell you this is because, even I'll tell you the exact example that happens in a school life, because it happened to me also. If I got less marks, even though I didn't ask help, principal will call me to her room. Then they will call my parents. Three of them will be having a very good discussion about me, how to improve my sports. These things will happen even though I didn't even ask for help. Okay, but that doesn't happen in higher education. Okay, once you enter into higher education, you should be seeking help. You should be understanding the opportunity. You should be having an idea, or you should be having an initiative to learn things. Okay, so different career options are available to you today, and make an informed decision, and choose this paths wisely. And that's what my suggestion will be. Speak with your school teachers, speak with your principals. First, align your interest, where exactly your interest lies. Seek their guidance, and understand the opportunities that are available virtually itself. You can do it from your smartphone itself. Understand where I can virtually work for an internship as a school student. I think all of you are doing an internship in Edudevs. Similarly, there are a lot more internships which can give you long-term benefits. Don't look for money now, because you are doing an internship now just to learn things. So do that, because as a student, I also did some interns which actually helped me to be what I am today. So look for these things, certifications or internships. Do whatever you can to learn the skills, and try to explore these things by yourself, and seek some guidance. That's what I will say.
That's a truly great answer, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for the answer. With time coming in short, I would like to conclude today's webinar. In conclusion, integrating career and technical education into the traditional school curriculum provides significant benefits and opportunities for students. It increases student engagement by making learning more relevant and hands on, allowing students to see the direct application of their academic subjects in real world scenarios. This practical approach helps students develop essential skills that are highly valued in the workforce, such as problem solving, teamwork, and technical proficiency. Moreover, CTE programs prepare students for a wide range of careers by offering specialized training and certifications that can lead to immediate job opportunities after graduation. This blend of academic and technical education equips students with a well rounded skill set, enhancing their college and career readiness. However, integrating CTE into traditional education also presents challenges. Ensuring that all students have access to these programs, regardless of their background or resources, is crucial. Additionally, CTE programs must stay aligned with the evolving needs of industries, requiring continuous updates and collaborations with local businesses and community partners. Providing adequate funding, resources, and support for teachers and students is essential to the success of these programs. Now that we have concluded this webinar, I thank everyone for your participation and engaging questions. We hope you found this webinar on integrating career and technical education informative and valuable. A special thanks to our speakers, Ms. Nishurani, Dr. Jyoti Chabra, and Sudhir sir for sharing their expertise with us today. Thank you again and have a great afternoon and have a great evening. Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Nisha.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good day, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Edudevs.
Thank you, Edudevs and Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham for providing us such a platform. Thank you.
Thank you for the insightful session. I request to all the participants to fill the feedback form. Then